She's an entrepreneur, mother of two girls. She's an entrepreneur, businesswoman, beautiful, makes time for her health and wellness. And she's built a business here, Freedom Apothecary on Magazine Street. Some of you guys may be familiar with it. And I know that her hustle is hard, and I know that her commitment to self-care is really hard. So I wanted her to come on out and join us. So Morrisa Jenkins, you can warm applause for her. Thank you, Marissa.
Thank you. Hello, hello.
So, as I've mentioned, mother of two girls,
Yes.
but you're from Laurel, Mississippi.
Yes. Laurel,
Okay.
Mississippi.
All right.
Southern
So,
country.
not even Jackson. Right. So, what does freedom mean to you? When we say the term freedom, what does it mean to you?
For me, freedom means, just being in alignment and being in flow, but also knowing that, when your flow starts to ebb, because it will, that you are, resourced, that you've done the work, you have the tools to get back to a place of peace, to a place of grounding, and to just realign. And so just having that peace of mind to know that you can recover from anything. So
And so, in what areas of your life do you pursue freedom unapologetically?
yeah. So like you said, really it's self care and my well being and just staying on top of those things and setting boundaries and making things non-negotiable.
Like
So
what?
like when the calls are coming in or that last email that you want to get to in the morning or at night before you go to bed, and just setting those boundaries for your self-care. Say, like I have a strict rule that I don't take any calls before 11 o'clock, because I know that's my gym time. I know that's my time to get the kids ready for school and get them off, and it's like, okay, like that's my time. And so work starts at this time and it ends at that time.
So, what was your journey to actually get there where you're like, I have to set boundaries? I can't keep giving so much of myself away. Because I think many of us, I know myself included, we just constantly give to other people and we don't make time for ourselves.
Yeah.
What happened?
um you know
Not that it had to be a big event, but like, was there a point or was it an evolution? How'd you get there?
Yeah, I mean, just, feeling unfulfilled, feeling overwhelmed with life, and realizing that, like, okay, this doesn't work. This doesn't work for me. I don't feel like I'm giving enough time to my children. The mom guilt starts to creep in, or like I said, it really overwhelmed burnout. And so you get to a point where you have to be very intentional and strategic about setting those boundaries for yourself. I can't remember, like you said, one big event,
Right,
but it's
right.
just that feeling of burnout and overwhelm, and you have to make some decisions.
And I'm going to say, you know, I ran into Marissa at the gym. She knows your story. And I saw this like beautiful, like bomb body woman. I was like, who is this woman? And I didn't know that I knew her. And I was like, she got kids and she got a business. I was like, how are you doing all this? It was just really remarkable to me. So you own Freedom Apothecary. It's beauty, wellness, and lifestyle space. Launched in Philadelphia in 2019. Started here in 2023. Tell us more about your journey that led you to create your own business. And the reason why I'm asking is I know many of us, we have dreams, we have visions of being entrepreneurs. We want to open our own businesses, but we just can't seem to get out of our own way. We're stuck in it being a side hustle and we're trying to make it into a real business. So tell us more about your journey.
Yeah, so to be honest, like I feel like I've always known that I wanted to be an entrepreneur, like from a small child. I didn't have any examples. Like my mom was a school teacher, my dad worked, in a factory, and so it was just kind of like this innate desire. Now I've worked. I had my first job when I was 10 years old, and I at a snowball stand in
I was going
Mississippi.
to say, what were you
And so
doing?
I've had jobs my entire life, but it always felt like I was there to learn and not to stay. And so I remember I was pregnant with my second daughter in Philadelphia, and I reached a place where like I felt unfulfilled, and I wanted to do more and to live in purpose. And so I started this journey of soul searching, and I wanted to be very intentional because I felt like I was planted almost. And it was like, okay, if I don't get out of this before I have this baby, like I'm gonna, suffer from postpartum. Like I felt like I had to do some work. And so I think I was about 6 months pregnant with her, and I had a dream after the soul search, and this vision came to me, what I like to call like a upload or a download from God. And it was a vision. It was clear as day of this space, which is now Freedom Apothecary. But it like in my dream, it told me like who I should serve, what I should offer, the space itself. And so I literally woke up that next morning like, excited, and I haven't looked back. So
Tell us a little bit about who you do serve, though, and what you offer there.
yeah, so the vision is obviously to serve women of color and to offer products. Being a woman from Mississippi, growing up, I didn't have access to clean products and to services that would cater to my overall well-being. So yeah, we also offer facials, community events. We do yoga. We've had you in for yoga before, sound baths. So it's more of a community space. The products that we offer are more of a vehicle that we use to bring women in to essentially cater to an overall well-being. So
Okay, so I know launching a business, I know for myself, is very difficult. Even birthing Freedom Fed, it's a difficult thing. Tell us some of your instances of experiencing resistance while pursuing your quest to own and operate your own business.
resistance. So this can get really deep and really surface level, like the things that come along with owning a business in general. But I do remember, like I said, when I was pregnant with my daughter, my second daughter, and like feeling like I was like buried in a sense. Like what am I supposed to be doing? I felt so unfulfilled, and so I remember after having that dream and being filled with so much joy about pursuing what I knew was my purpose, but then also simultaneously, like my marriage was falling apart. And so it was this huge like dichotomy, like, well, God, you finally given me the answers to what I'm supposed to be doing, but also like this other situation is happening over here. And so it was just like this thing of like, just extreme joy and then also pain. And so, what I've learned from that though, going through a divorce and all that doesn't compare to any, struggles and resistance in business, but what it did was prepare me, and resource me to be able to, deal with those things that do come along with business ownership and just life in general. And so outside of that, we were a year delayed in opening in Philadelphia. I've gone through things with, business partners, relocating a store from Philadelphia across country to New Orleans. But through it all, the one thing that's remained is that, I'm living in purpose. And at no point did it feel like this wasn't what I was supposed to be doing.
So you weren't going to stop. It was can't stop, won't stop. You had to
Yep.
keep moving.
Had to keep moving.
That's what I like about entrepreneurship, right?
Yeah.
It's never no, it's just how.
Yep.
How you're going to get it done. So there are difficult decisions that we as business owners have to make every single day. Why did you choose to endure the resistance and challenge of being a business owner? I think you answered it before, but is there anything more? Like, why every day? Because again, we've talked about this.
Yeah.
You don't necessarily have to do this.
Right. So thinking back on that feeling of being unfulfilled and not living in purpose, like I don't want to go back to that. So, again, any challenges or struggles that come with being a business owner, the feeling of not living in purpose is way worse than those challenges. And like I said, I've been prepared. So, yeah.
So what is something you want other women to begin to think or do if they want to really, truly embrace their freedom?
Yeah. So I strongly believe, that as Black women, that our self-care and our well-being is a pathway and directly connected to our healing and liberation as a community. And so I would really encourage us to, when you go home tonight, just take an inventory of some things that, you want to do, you want to change, that are going to enhance your life. And so after you take that inventory, pick one of them, just one. You don't have to, try them all at the same time or do them all at the same time, but pick one over the next month and just implement it into your daily, habits and routine. And that could be, waking up 30 minutes early before your kids wake up to just have some alone time, or meal prepping, or scheduling your fitness or your exercise or your gym routine. And again, being non-negotiable about those things, and creating a habit and a ritual or routine to do them every single day.
But Marissa, how do you give yourself permission? You have two beautiful little girls who are like, mommy, mommy, and you're like, I gotta go to the gym, I'll be back. Like, how do you actually you know what I mean? How do you, because I think a lot of us really struggle with mom guilt, with business guilt, with partner guilt. How do you do this?
Incorporating them as much as possible. I mean, my little girls love to work out, on days where, I can't drop them off at school and go to the gym. We go together. We go to the park. We go roller skating. We do something, where we're active together. But then it also, on those days where mom guilt does creep in, I understand, and I think I mentioned this to you, like I have this thing where I call it, as a business owner, we're always concerned about the economics of it all, or the business of it all. Like, are is the revenue matching the expenses and all that? But I call it my inner economics. Like, am I balancing my checks inside of me? Like, do I have enough in my own bank to contribute to those outside of me? And so that's how I look at it. Like, if I'm not full, if I'm not happy, if I'm missing my workouts or whatever, I can't show up in my fullness for my children or for my business or for my community. So
beautiful. I have one more question for you, but I want to ask our attendees, our sisters, anybody have any questions for Marissa? Yes, got two. Did you vet?
What's your most popular herb?
And when you say herbal blend, you mean like a tea, or?
Tea tincture, bath soap, but what's the one that like women are grabbing off the shelves?
Yeah, so we actually have a blend bar in our store where you can come in and customize your own product. And so you can make a bath tea, a face mask, a body oil, a body scrub. And I think the one that probably does the best is going to be calendula, rose, and lavender. Yeah.
TK?
Across the country also. And so my business, I don't have a brick and mortar, but I'm living in my community that I've lived in for 33 years. And I want to know, how can I prepare for that transition to pick up my business and move to a place where I know like maybe 4 people. Because I'm scared, but I know this is my last few months at VR. Like, I have to leave.
Yeah.
So I know that I'm going. It's just between now and then I feel uneasy about how that transition is, especially moving across the country. It's not like I'm going to Zachary or Baker or something. Okay.
Where are you going, can I ask? Okay. Okay. I would say, building community. So, finding in Atlanta, when you get to Atlanta, find these types of events and rooms to go into. I'm naturally an introvert. So that's easier said than done, to just show up in places and, be like, oh, okay, I'm doing this or whatever. But that's what I would recommend. And, we have Facebook and the internet now. Get on there, start promoting yourself, run some ads in that area so that people can start, learning about your business and what you have to offer. Yeah.
Very well. So we invite everybody to go visit. It's a beautiful store on Magazine Street. I don't know if there are any other Black-owned businesses in that area. It's just beautiful, 1900 Magazine Street. So just giving her some honor for that. So what are some things that you sell? And tell us about this Passport Women-Owned business, and then we're done.
Yes. Okay, so we are a clean beauty and wellness space. We have, internal wellness, intimate care, oral care, skin care, body care, home goods, clean burning candles, incense, really, anything that you can think of that's gonna, contribute to your overall health. When it comes to your skin care and your face care, and elevate your space. So, like I said, clean burning candles and incense. We are actually doing a summer marketing initiative because we know in New Orleans it gets hot and people don't particularly go out to support retail stores. And so we've partnered with 7 other businesses to have a woman-owned passport. And so when you go to these different stores to support, and you're going to collect passport stamps. And so after you visit, I think 5 stores, you are entered to win a self-care staycation here in New Orleans. So 2 nights at Hotel St. Vincent, a facial, a massage, and gift cards to all of the stores, an Uber gift card so you can get around, don't have to worry about driving. So it's just a way to, kind of get people out to support the local businesses here in New Orleans, the local women-owned businesses in New Orleans.
Cool. Marissa, thank you so much for making the time and the space for sharing your journey with us. I continue to admire and respect you for all that you are as a woman, as a mother, as a business owner, and being brave in all of it. So thank you so much.
Thank you.